Hello, Capricorns. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your general reading. Happy 1st of December. Let's get into it. Let's see what kind of week you're going to have, Capricorns. Let's get into it. Let's see what's in your cards. Let's see what's in your cards. All right, let's go. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. All right. This is going to feel like a very lucky or fortunate month for a lot of people. If you have already closed out that cycle and allowing your body to sync with the rhythms of this moon. So the cycle closed out on November 30th. Hopefully you all close out the cycle in love and you all are getting your rest or committed to at least getting your rest, right? And starting out this cycle in peace. Peace, peace, peace. All right. You know that you landed on the light side of this moon in Sagittarius if you're feeling adventurous, optimistic, exuberant, open-minded, and sincere. Right? All right, let's go. First card out of the deck, somebody is feeling like they want to start working. That's right. 10 of Wands. That's good. That's right. Motivated to work. That's a good thing, right? That's right. That's right. Somebody is motivated to make your money, right? You're not wasting any time. Somebody's just motivated to work. Here we have the Dame of Swords. That's right. Somebody's working on a better life. There it is. So here we have the Four of Cups here. So certain things you're not even trying to talk about. You're not trying to give any emotions to certain people. You know, here we have the Universe. Certain things you're not motivated by anymore. You're not motivated by certain things anymore. Yep. You just have an innate spiritual understanding of certain things. Certain people are trying to talk to you about certain things. They wonder why you're trying to give people the cold shoulder. Certain things, it's like you're not motivated by certain things anymore. Certain conversations, you're just no longer motivated. You just want to work. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I feel like that's kind of like your go-to. And so focus on what nurtures your spirit. Right, your moon sign is also a good thing. So right now, your moon sign in Jupiter. Jupiter is, find out what your sign is in Jupiter, and do a lot of studying on that, because Jupiter is the planet of expansion. Right, it's the planet of expansion. Good luck, good fortune, horizon. Find out what that is. Right, study it, study it, study it, study it. Do the work. Do the work. So that you can have an innate spiritual understanding of self. Right? See how you're wired. Study your birth chart. Study your birth chart. Because people will think that they know you better than you know yourself. Right? So when they feel like you shut down or you're giving people the cold shoulder, they'll assume that they know you better than you know you. Right? Especially if they feel like they're the same sign as you. Oh, well, we Capricorns are like this. No, you are that kind of Capricorn. You could be a different kind of Capricorn based on you knowing you better than you know you, right? So what you're saying, somebody just wants to get back to work. You want to be financially independent, and so that's just your thing, right? If that's what you want, that's what you want, right? You know you better than you. You know how you're wired, right? And the universe is fully in support of that, right? So certain things you don't want to talk about. Some things just invoke a nightmare for you. You don't want to talk about certain things, and you shouldn't have to. The end. Right? That's how you're saving yourself. You don't want to talk about certain things. Certain things are part of the past. That's how you're saving yourself. That's how you're learning how to save yourself. You don't want to talk about certain things as it relates to family. Yeah. Somebody feels like they're kind of sort of shut out of people's lives right now, and while that may not be entirely true, sometimes family members can make things actually worse because they want to keep invoking the same kind of conversations over and over and over again. Well, talk to us. We're here for you. We want to talk about this. Why won't you just talk to us? Blah, 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 blah. And they are actually making it worse. So you know how to save yourself when you speak up and say, listen, you all are making it worse. You're not helping. You're not helping. When you learn how to save yourself is when you speak up and say, that's where the emperor on the light side comes out. You're jumping to conclusions. This is what helps me. I want to focus on work right now. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about it. That's where you say you're trying to process your own thoughts. People don't know what you're thinking, so they assume certain things. So people assume whatever they want to assume. So that's how you're saving yourself. People think you're giving somebody, and again, take only what resonates with you. People think that you're giving people the cold shoulder when you just want to work. You just want to work because you know your worth and you know your value. See, that's the assumption. You now know your worth and you know your value. See? So knowing your worth and know your value means that you are comfortable whether you are invited or you're not invited, and people are making an assumption because you're not talking to certain people and you're giving other people the cold shoulder because you're not talking to them, that you need saving. Making a gross assumption again. When people don't know you, they assume they jump to conclusions about a whole lot of things. They don't even know you. So here we have the Ten of Wands, but they don't know other people either. It's the same thing. They don't know other people either. So I see here we have the Ten of Wands. Here's the same thing. I do see you being booked and busy. I do see you moving on from something, just like other people move on from something. When people don't know people, they don't know. When you know your worth and your value, people will assume everything under the sun about you. Right? And that's what you're doing. You're now knowing your worth and your value. And all y'all have to do is sit back and listen. People will assume everything under the sun about you when you know your worth and your value, because they can no longer determine your worth and your value. As soon as you stop talking and you start listening to what they're saying, you hear, you're actively listening. You learn how to save yourself. So now you're tossing some things into a burning bowl. 8 of Cups. You toss fear, doubt, uncertainty, confusion, all of that you toss into a burning bowl. You learn how to save yourself. Now you know your worth and your value, and now you're adding tax. You know your worth and you know your value. And nobody can take that away from you. You found your star. Yep, you found your star. So 7 of Swords. 7 of Swords. Now you're starting to see cracks in the foundation. 7 of Swords. You when you're there's a quote. There's a quote. I saw this quote. There's a quote. I'm trying to find this quote here. I saw it, and I was going to post it on my Instagram. I can't find it right now. I'm gonna find this quote. Give me 1 second. Okay, so yeah, so this is the quieter you become, the more you can hear. And it is very, very true. The quieter you become, the more you can hear. You know, the fact that that's how you learn how to save yourself. You started to become quieter. Um, and you started to hear how people around you were determining your worth and your value as they saw you. And you started to hear cracks. You saw that there was cracks in the foundation, and you started to see your worth and your value, how they valued or devalued you, right? That gave somebody the fire. That inspired you to do what that inspired you to find your own star. That's how a lot of people find their star. Because now something is echoing in your mind. Know your worth and add tax. That is how, here you go. Because now you're starting to remember when people talk to you like they respect you, not talking down to you, not condescending to you. Here's a 9 of Cups. You get ready to see you get ready to see your a lot of your wishes being fulfilled. You get ready to see a lot of your wishes being fulfilled, because when people know how you are, they know how you are wired. There's a knowing, not an assumption. When people know how you are wired, they know you. I'm talking about know how you are wired, like your inner wiring. And they respect your star, your individuality. That's a soulmate. That's a we're not talking about romantic. We're talking about a person who's a part of your soul community. They know, right? They can teach you how to save yourself, right? They already know. They already know. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close this out, Capricorns. We're going to go ahead and close this out. So this is going to be a month of expansion for you all. This is going to be a month of expansion for you, as it is for a lot of people. So continue your hard work. You've been working really, really hard. I can assure you that, looking at your cards here, that the quieter you become, the more you will hear. It makes people feel very uncomfortable the quieter you become, because they think that you're up to something. They think that you make people nervous, because you're starting to think for yourself. You're starting to know your worth. You're starting to know your value. You start to think, okay, I enjoy thinking for myself. I enjoy pouring into myself. You all love to work. Like you all are very creative. You all are highly gifted, right? Um, you all are hardworking. You all are team players. You all are a very classy sign. You all are very ambitious. You all are creative. You all are great managers. You all are self-controlled, self-disciplined. You all are very responsible sign. And other people were getting you to work that hard for them, right? But other people were rushing you. What are you thinking? What's going on in your mind? Tell us this, that, right? But now you see this person right here, they had their back turned, right? But look at all this growth. And this is organic. Like you're working for yourself. You're saying, "No, I'm working for me." Right? Where you came out of, like there wasn't a whole lot of growth there. There wasn't a whole lot of growth when you're being rushed. There's not like a bunch of chaos and confusion, something you pray to come away from. All of this, everybody getting you to rush, hurry up and think, hurry up and speak, talking to them, and what are your thoughts? Tell me this and tell me. You can't even think and process your thoughts. And so now somebody's like, okay, you're focusing on your own growth, right? And that's what you're doing now. And so this person right here has their arms kind of sort of covered, and you see now you see all of this growth because 9 is the death rebirth. You said, okay, time is money. I need to focus on my own growth. I need to focus on my own growth for me. I can't help you unless I help myself first. I need to focus on me right now. So for some people that seem like it's selfish, and for some people that feel like, okay, you're giving other people the cold shoulder. At this point, I need to focus on me right now, and that's where you are. That's how you're gonna see your wishes fulfilled. And so there is somebody who knows that about you, and that's what I've been saying the whole time. Focus on you. You can't pour from an empty cup. You cannot pour from an empty cup. And so that's what's motivating you all. That's what's motivating you all, right? So be patient. The answers are coming. Some energies may be still telling some lies about you because they can't just use you the way they were using you before. Rushing you, hurrying you up, making you, blood, sweat, and tears for other people. Don't even worry about all of that. Do the mirror work. Some energies who were trying to disrupt your money, that backfired. Heart chakra cleanse. Do a heart chakra cleanse. Source is actually rewarding you for taking the high road, right? Ask Source for clarity about some things. New love awaits. Somebody's in a crisis, but it's time to open up your vault door. Your enemy's playing backfire. The enemy is really within. It's not outside of you. The enemy, the devil, is not a person. It is the enemy within. That's fear, doubt, uncertainty, confusion. That's the enemy within. I'm so afraid that if I speak up for myself, if I tell a person I can't be everywhere all the time, they're gonna stop speaking to me. They're gonna, what up that fear, right? But once somebody said, okay, I gotta do this for me. I've been working so hard for everybody else and to the point of exhaustion. I just got to stop talking to certain people. I got to focus on me. I don't care what people think. So, once you got to the point where you just deliver from people telling lies about you, once you got to that point, you say, okay, they telling lies, that's going to come back and hit them. If they telling lies, then that mean I got to cut you off, because that's a distraction. You telling lies, that can mess up your money. It can mess up your reputation. It can really get you hurt. People running out here telling lies, and somebody was telling lies about you and saying that you're lying. That can make people not want to work with you. And so you got to save yourself. That can make people be cold-hearted towards you. It can mess up your money. It can mess up your reputation. People running around here telling lies. And so when you get to a point where you say, okay, oh, they telling lies, then guess what? I'm done. No, don't want to work with them. No, that's the frequency you on. When you're not working for energies and they got to lie on you, so if they can't make money off of your hard work, they're going to lie on you. Got it. All right. Then that's how you send the energy back. We don't have anything else to talk about. We don't have anything else to talk about. I need to stop talking to you. You lying on me. You can't make money off of me. Then we don't have anything else to talk about. I'm tossing that into a burning bowl. That's how you send the energy back. That's one way, right? Because misery loves company. Some people really feel like if they can't make money, they can't work your fingers to the bone and make money off of you because they're miserable, they're going to ruin you. So Source is saying to you, then don't spread any rumors about them. Let it have a backlash. Let them keep talking negatively about you, because people are going to start wondering, why in the world are they talking negatively about Capricorn? Capricorn never says anything negative about them. Never says anything negative about them. We see how hard Capricorn is working, but Capricorn never says anything negative about them. And then eventually nobody will want to work with them and want to work with you. You don't have to defend yourself. Just keep being a hardworking person. You don't even have to defend yourself. Just stop talking to them. Once you find out it's them, so just stop talking to them. Just be known. Just be consistent with your work. Just take notes. Take notes. You don't even have to defend yourself. That's right. So that's how you're going to be on the rebirth side. That's how you're going to be on the rebirth side. Oh, it's them talking about? Okay, that's the spirit that they have. That's the heaviness that they have. But try to have you to carry that burden on your shoulder. Now you seem like you come across as mad. You come across as argumentative, like you got a chip on your shoulder. No, you don't have a chip on your shoulder. That's how you're going to learn how to take notes. As soon as you walk away, that's how the cracks in the foundation show. Oh, they left, so, oh, they got a burden. That's kind of why some employers can only say yes or no whether they will hire you back, because some employers would tear employees apart when they left companies. Oh, I would never hire them. They are difficult to work with, so on and so forth. So somebody put something in place, it's like you either say yes or no because they were tearing people's reputations up. So sources saying you're now learning. Now you're learning something. When you sit down and you hear people make disparaging comments about people when they move on. That's why y'all are starting to listen now, even when you talk to new love interest. And you ask them, so what happened in your last relationship? If a person sounds like they're obsessed still over their ex, y'all need to pay attention. That is not the time to sit there and go, oh, tell me more. And they're basically still telling you they're in love with their ex. And you sitting there like a deer caught in headlights. Like you're teaming up with a person who is still obsessing over their ex. That is the time to run for the hills. This person is still in love with their ex, and I'm sitting here teaming up with them like we partners in crime. Like, no, you still in love with your ex. You haven't closed out that cycle. Or their family is still obsessing over an ex. They haven't closed out a cycle. So that's what source is saying. No jumping on the bandwagon. Right? When people still are carrying a lot of baggage about somebody. So no jumping on the bandwagon. Recognize, hey, some people haven't closed out cycles with stuff. And that's the source is trying to help you to learn how to do. Right? Don't carry around somebody else's stuff. Recognize the cracks in the foundation. Here's the King of Swords here. So you all have been brought to a new level of wisdom with this. Right? When people stop talking about people and stop talking to people, and that's all you hear over and over and over again, you hear somebody else obsessing over stuff, they are still carrying around something. Somebody's still carrying around something. So you're learning. Somebody talking about they want to fight somebody. Somebody is still carrying around some kind of animosity or something. Nobody trying to, who out here fighting somebody? I mean, that is just about as gutter as it gets. You want to put hands on something? Like, oh no. Not when you can use that same energy to stay focused on a book. So anyway, so Source is saying to you, Source is definitely saying to you, it's time for you to kind of sort of take note, move on, it's time to move on, to leave certain energies behind, to really just leave certain types of energies behind, move on, learn some lessons, just move on. Move on. Some people like to try to push buttons. Some people like to they shady. Sometimes it's just move on. Just stop talking to some people. That's most powerful because, like I said before, when some people know that you're a star, like when they know that you found your star, now we're not talking about celebrity. When people know that you have found your star, Source is saying to you, they will try to bait you into stuff. When they know that a lot of your wishes are being fulfilled, they'll try to bait you into stuff. So source is saying, it's best. The best thing you can do is give them no time, none. Don't come to the events. Give them zero time, none whatsoever. They want to talk about your loved ones, no time, none, zero, zip, zilch, none. That's when you know your worth and know your value. You shouldn't even be tempted to go. 5 of Wands. There shouldn't even be a bait and switch. No, you're not showing up. Don't even invite. Leave your name off the list. That's why other people don't show up. That's why other people have moved on. So that's what source is trying to tell you. Take notes. Because people know their worth and their value. So, yeah, you're learning. You're learning. So expect some overflow coming your way. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. So it's a new beginning for you all. A lot of your wishes are being fulfilled. So you're learning how to be a little bit more conservative with your time. Learning how to be a little bit more conservative with your time. You're getting back to work. People want you to start talking to them again, but there's nothing to talk about. Do not fall for the bait and switch. Do not fall for the bait and switch. I can't say it again. Do not go back to things that you prayed to get away from. If it's an ex-friend, family members, whomever you prayed to get away from certain energies, do not go backwards. The cycle is closed out. That's your closure right there. They baited you into some stuff, an argument, whatever. Do not go backwards. All of that mess, family, family over everything. Family get into tussles, they get into arguments. Yeah, okay. People, that's when you know your star, when you know your worth, and you add tax. Trust me, when people know you know your worth, and they now starting to see, oh, this person knows their worth. Oh, you giving people the cold shoulder. Now people know you know your worth. It's a brand new beginning. Once people talk down to you and they start realizing you know your worth, so it's just like, keep on moving forward. Keep moving forward. They didn't talk about you. They talked about your loved ones, your support system. Keep moving forward. I see some kind of homecoming happening for somebody. Let me see. Here we have the night. I see you working hard. I see you're switching teams, actually. And the team that you're switching to is more or less just like knowing your worth and knowing your value. Somebody went from kind of having a really not knowing your worth and knowing your value and just kind of wanting to be a part of, just kind of wanting to be a part of, like, oh, I want to be invited to this, I want to be invited to this, to now leave my name off the list. So good for you. Good for you. Yeah, good for you. You left behind. Yeah, you left. You left the distractions behind. Good for you. Invite help, right? Invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God, pursue me. A lot of you all are already there. A lot of you all are already there. A lot of you all had a very peaceful holiday. I know that because I know that. A lot of you all had a very peaceful holiday. And still having a very peaceful holiday, right? Creating art. Just continue to create art. Very peaceful. No drama, no stress, none of that. Continue having a peaceful holiday. You and your loved ones are safe. I'm grateful that I finished projects in a timely manner. Divine inspiration is flowing into my work today. My work brings me fulfillment, and I love what I do. That's right. Keep loving what you do. Nobody had time for drama. It's not attached to a paycheck, and you're not on a television show or some kind of a series, where it's art. You don't have time for that. Anxiety. All is well and I am whole. All is temporary. I'm grateful for change. I have all that I need in this present moment. I release control of the future. I am not alone. I am in charge of my mind. Every experience is part of a greater plan. I allow myself to feel and let go. I am not my emotions. That is what I have for you. I think we have a number and we're closing it out. Number 6, I am nurturing. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and you have great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. That's right. You can protect people by praying for them too. You do not have to get into a fist fight, a brawl. You don't have to cuss people out, nothing. You can pray for people and get up and walk out of a room. Let your absence and no longer returning be your speaking volume. Practice getting up and walking out. Let that speak in volume. Trust me, that's communication. It'll speak in volume. Say something. Somebody says something disrespectful about you or somebody that you love. Just get right up and walk out, and do not return. Somebody, I was just playing. I'm not. You'll never see me again. No, you weren't. That's the famous, oh, shade. You shady like that? Okay, I'm not playing. You'll never see me again. And then some people hit you with the, oh, you're just so sensitive. Well, sensitivity is a gift. You should try it. So you're starting a new legacy, brand new legacy, where people actually feel welcomed. Where they actually feel welcome, where it's a warm environment, where it's not a bunch of shade, where there's a bunch of fighting going on, where there's a bunch of, messiness going on, where there's just a bunch of chaos and confusion. That's the legacy that you're starting. Right? So you may be studying birth charts actually to see, you may be actually studying people's birth charts where people actually feel invited. Where they feel welcomed in an environment where people are not racing out of the room crying or upset or frustrated. So that may have, started you on studying birth charts. So it does have a place. Something does have a place for birth charts, right? Yeah, so that's a new tradition for somebody. Somebody's actually studying birth charts now. Good for you. I love it. Nobody wants to be in a space where everybody feels like people are being shady. They don't want to come around. You got to ask all who's going to be there. All that stuff is funny on social media, but in real life, it's really not funny. It's really not funny. Yeah, it's not funny. That is what I have for you. Thank you for joining me. I will see you all in the next video. All right. So that's where the expansion is going to happen for you. That's where the expansion is going to happen for you. So that's a tradition you all are going to start, and you all are very serious about it. I love it, love it, love it. But that's the garden that you all are. Those are seeds that are being planted. That's the garden that's going to grow for you all. Like I said, and you all definitely are the wiser ones to do it. But that's why I feel like you all are going to be studying. Like y'all are going to be the ones that's going to be studying people's birth charts. Like that's interesting. That is really interesting. I did not expect to see this in your reading, but that's what I'm seeing here. So I love it. All right. Okay, Capricorns. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.